with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he is currently competent, was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Your Honor, there have been proceedings previous and Mr. Oliver's been restored. And at this time, I do believe so.
All right. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the prison. There are no applications. Also, did you understand if I find that there was a deadly weapon, I will enter an affirmative finding of deadly weapon? Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your agreement? That's not your plea bargain agreement? All right. You want to go over that part with him,
Your
counsel?
Honor.
All right. If you all have a seat.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, we're back on the record in 2021 CR 3702. Yes.
This is on school.
Oh, no problem. Here's the thing. I think that if you don't understand something, I always want people not to be afraid to let me know.
Oh.
Okay. So did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
All right, where's your client's criminal history?
Your Honor, if it wasn't attached to that, I couldn't answer.
State,
Yes, Judge.
what is Mr. Oliver's criminal history?
Hey, Judge, if you'd like to review,
Sure.
any objection to the defense?
No objection.
All right. The court is finding you guilty. The court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, and give you credit for any time served. Does anyone want to speak to the affirmative finding of deadly weapon? I mean, I know it's aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. From reading the fact scenario, it appears that the complainant hit him first with a stick. I don't know the size of the stick. I don't know what's going on with the stick, but then he hits him back with a rock. So were these two homeless people, or what was going on?
Your Honor, it was an unfortunate situation which escalated, given the totality of the circumstances, given it used to its fullest potential, and given the options available to Mr. Oliver at this time, we accepted this plea bargain.
All right.
Your Honor, I'm just tired. I've been 3 years dealing with this and same thing. That's my life.
So has he been in custody for 3 years? Does anybody know if he's been in custody for 3 years?
Your Honor, with respect to that, yes, part of it was the restoration process.
Okay.
And it's just given the current circumstances and the protections he's entitled to. I don't want to go further into it on the record.
All right. So I guess there are some mental health issues involved in this. That's why we had the restoration. So what are you going to do to help yourself when you are released from custody? Do you have a place to stay?
I got a place for my mother and my father.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going right to the Haven for hope to see. But I got to get my ID. That's my bank account.
Okay.
I'm going. I got my little 5-year-old granddaughter. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So here's the thing. You've got to follow through on all of that. And I know when you're at the jail and when you're at the prison, they give you all the information you need and they give you different resources. If for any reason you're released and they don't give you any resource, you can always come back here. I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. It's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. Court will show that the judgment is satisfied. Even though I show that the judgment is satisfied, you still will be taken to the prison and the prison will process you. And then if everything is calculated correctly, you will be released. And I'll give him credit for any inpatient time at the hospital. All right, good luck with you, okay? You're welcome.
Thank you for your courtesies.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Right in the middle.
All right. Mr. Courtney,
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, so we have some issues with you, right? When you are asked to be brought over from the jail, you need to come over because let me just tell you what's going to happen. Whether you want to come over or not, this hearing will happen for this case. Now, I've been a defense attorney. I've been a prosecutor. I've seen people brought over strapped down like from Silence of the Lambs. You understand that? I once had a client. They brought him in strapped down. I once had a client who didn't want to come out. And I was like, is this really where we want to pick our battles? You understand? So when you're being ordered by the court to come to court because your case is pending and it's set, you need to show up. Otherwise, I'm going to sign an order because there are certain hearings that you need to be present for. And you know what's going to happen? The deputy's going to bring you in strapped down to a board. And how will that look? Not good. So if there's ever an issue, and I always tell people, if you're having an issue, let us know. We'll see if we can solve it. Sometimes we can't solve it. You understand? So I don't want to hear about you not coming from the jail again and me having to sign an order, having the deputies to force you to come out, because that makes for a bad morning for them. And it's definitely going to be a bad morning for you. You understand?
I did have a cold.
Well, no, I mean, here's the thing. No, it wasn't you telling them, hey, I have a cold. I don't want to infect anybody. It was you saying, I'm not coming over. And we had that situation twice. And so this last time I signed an order and I said, bring him over. And they said, okay, we'll bring him over by force if necessary. So let's not do that. You understand? Defense, have you had a chance to speak with him about this motion?
I'm still waiting on the prosecutor. We spoke with him. He's willing to take some treatment. They recommend.
Sorry, I'm just spoken with probation a little bit about this. I don't think he can go to the treatment because the open case is out of county.
He's telling me that those cases have been taken care of.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to recall this for in 2 weeks. And counsel, if you can check to make sure that those cases are no longer open. Now, whether or not I give you treatment, I don't know yet. I have to hear the motion to revoke, but I always keep an open mind on everything. And so I'm going to pretend and forget about the fact that you were going to be forced to be brought over. You understand? We're just going to chalk that up to a misunderstanding. So if we can recall this in 2 weeks, please.
March 6th, Judge.
All right, so we're going to come back on March 6th. And your attorney is going to check into, and the state, if you could too, check into the out of county matters. And the reason why is because if you have something that's pending out of county, that limits the things that I can do on your case. You understand? All right. Do you have any questions about anything? All right. Hopefully you get over your cold.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. So I'm going to spend part of my weekend watching that.
I agree.
And also,
We can take out only 8 episodes.
well, I can't do that because I have to go out to the house and see what the state is of the repair. But you know, I always tell people when anything, people may see it as something bad happened, there's always a reason for it. So now, you know what I tell everyone? In your bathrooms, the hose that goes from the toilet to the wall, you're supposed to change that out every 10 years. Did you know that?
No.
No. Guess what?
Well, I know it's probably not.
It's not.
I don't
It's out every 10 years. No, I did. Oh, yes. I was just like,